completely naked. The boat crew were completely naked, and then we were bundled down to Serang Jail. Serang Jail was a very primitive jail. I can see in Dutch, each cell, you could see in writing in Dutch that it was for 12 people. And when you walked in, you walked through concrete slabs up to here, up to there and there, and a passageway down there, and then they had this big double iron gate which was bolted and locked and so forth. And we were dumped in there. Well, I would say that we would have in the vicinity of 38 an hour in this cell. So if we had to get down in the military style real very quick, so the people could lie along there, say 16 bodies placed as you could be, and 16 there, and then you had in the passageway here, you had people sitting on their backsides, and that's the way we were for the whole time that we're in that jail. And it was just cement. There was no toilet block in the jail of any kind, no shower, no water, no anything. And in that jail they fed us one meal to every 5 meals that anybody else would have, and it was a very small bit of rice with a bit of seaweed on the top. Getting to Stenning was, the jail was just a little boom jail, and it came down here like this, went across there and down there, and there was a big well there, and you could see out, but you couldn't identify who you were talking to if you yelled out across the courtyard to talk. And it was Dr. Stenning, and one fellow said he was a POM. I don't know how, whether he's on the Perth or not, I don't know. Really.
Could be not white.
Anyway, he said, Stenning said, I'm Dr. Stenning. You're right over there. And this fellow said, I ain't had a shit for 5 days. And with that, another pommy bloody voice called out, and I haven't had one since I left Fremantle. But and Stenning said, well, don't worry, you're not eating a diet that, don't worry about that. Make that your least worry. And then I don't, it must have been at night time that they took Stenning and Knocker White and the other bloke away, because we didn't know.
One of the people that went up to Japan with him was a Royal Navy officer. Does that help?
White. That be White.
That White, was it? Yeah.
I think it'd be White. He was the navigator on board the ship.
Yeah.
No, that's Harper.
Harper
was
Harper. Harper.
White was the torpedo man.
Yeah.
And they're both English. So
Yeah.
Royal Navy.
Yeah. RN.
Yeah. Now, if we could move along now, how long were you on Java before you were put into the party to go to Burma?
Well, we were in Java for approximately 9 months, and with that we were working at the wharves, loading stuff onto the wharves. By this time, we haven't been. We went from Serang to Batavia into the bicycle camp, and we were sitting working parties. There were army fellas. Second, third MT blokes, Oldham Bowls, that had got from Singapore down and got caught in Java, and we worked on the wharves. We worked in Norm Fuller worked for before the war with Dunlop, and one of our first jobs was to go to Dunlop in Batavia to work there, and Norm said, you know, I don't want any retired from there at a very old age. But we had jobs of building statues of Queen Wilhelmina and all the forefathers and everything else, and they took every bit of brass, every bit of metal that they could out of the place. We were also on in a golf course where there were imported cars. It was duty-free port, and most magnificent American cars and English cars you can imagine. And we were digging gutters around there, and then we also shifted oil drums and camouflaged them with tree leaves and things, and we worked really hard there, but it was possibly the best camp that we were in at the stage.
Can I ask you how did you get to Charlie? How did you get to Burma?
From the jail and the old theatre, they put us on just the ordinary open trucks.
Oh.
We just had to stand up there, hang on to the best we could, and took us into Batavia.
Yeah, and so what vessel did you board then? Was it? Do you know the name of it at all?
No, I don't.
If I said the Daiichi Maru, would it?
No, it wouldn't ring a bell to us,
No.
because you're on the wharf and you're down the hold,
Yes.
and you've got no bloody idea what.
I don't understand. So
what
what was the route that you went up there?
Well, we went to Changi.
For a while, yes.
We were there for a day and a quarter.
Yes.
In Changi, and then we boarded another ship in the harbour and went to Burma, and when we got there, we didn't go to Bangkok. We were by the Milmean Pagoda, and we were put in a jail right adjacent to the Milmean Pagoda.
Yes.
And
wasn't there a lepers camp there somewhere too? Does that ring a bell?
No.
Charlie? No, Charlie does. Yeah.
Well, actually, as Chilla just said, he left heading towards Burma on the trip. He left 3 days before, we left 3 days after him.
Oh.
And we got to Singapore, and we finished up stopping in Singapore, our small party, for about 3 months. And they couldn't move us because the activities of the submarines were too great for their transport.
Well, maybe I better find out, where did you end up on the Burma-Thailand Railway?
Well, we started at...
No, I just want to find where, I know where you've got to.
Yeah.
Because you're up in Milmean at the moment. But,
we left Singapore,
and
we went by train up to Kuala Lumpur and then across to Butterworth. And then we boarded a ship for Burma.
Yeah, so you're 3 months behind.
Yeah, and don't look far off going into Milmean. We got bombed by our own bombers, the B-29s. We lost one Perth boy there. He died of shrapnel. Septicemia set in, a bad operation with the Japs. And we lost one and had to leave him in Milmean. And from Milmean we went up, and our first camp on the railway was number 15. That's number 5. I was in number 5 group, and Chas would give you a name that what one he was in. Well, we were in 5. Yes. Well, a much smaller party.
So was Gavin Campbell with either of you?
Yes, me.
Yeah.
Gavin was with me, but we were. You got that off?
I'll turn it off. Charlie, when you were working on the Burma-Thailand Railway from the Burma end, who was the main officer in your group, and did you have a doctor with you?
Yes.